What's up, Wildcats? And welcome back to the MWHS Wildcat News. I'm Cole Filer.
And I'm Madeline Augustine. On this week's edition, we'll cover
United Way's Minute to Win It,
the newly decorated football hallway,
an EDS feature,
D1 athletes attending our school,
and a new segment called Keeping Up with the Cats. Last Monday through Wednesday, many students participated in United Way's Minute to Win It. Michelle Zhang and Kirsten Watkins give you the rundown.
Starting on October 22nd, Millard West students compete to see which classroom can raise the most amount of money in 3 minutes.
This is Dr. Tiemann with this important announcement that we have Minute to Win It, game number 2. Starting right now, we're going to play a song. Get all your loose change and dollars together. We raised quite a bit of money yesterday for a great cause. Let's begin.
This year, Millard West has once again gotten involved with the United Way campaign. The Key Club has helped introduce this new competition to help inspire more students to get involved.
The money that was collected, all of it goes to the United Way of the Midlands, and a lot of that money goes back into our community for those families who are in need.
The winning class from each day gets a prize. The 3 prizes are a class brunch, a pizza party, or a bus ride to Chick-fil-A.
The fun part was playing that music and stepping out there and watching kids be excited to give. This gives them an opportunity to be service-minded, compassionate, and help support those and the feeling that you have. All right, that's the end of our contest. Thank you for all those that participate today. We'll count up the totals, and then we'll get the amounts to you very shortly. Thanks again for participating.
The student side was roughly around $1,800, and then the staff contribution was around, I think, $1,400.
This has been Kirsten Watkins and Michelle Zhang with the MWHS Wildcat News.
The football playoffs hallway is a classic staple of Millard West tradition. Dallas Beanham and I give you an inside look at how it all happens.
Now playing, we have the Wildcat football playoffs hallway, and here we go. This year's theme was the Wildcat Walk of Fame. It was inspired by the movie theme post-prom last year. Football parents formed a committee and started planning right after post-prom.
Usually to complete the hallway, we have 4 to 6 work nights at about 2 to 3 hours each. And then after that, we come in on a Saturday and Sunday and just work on constructing the hallway and hanging up all the different items.
This tradition has been around ever since Millard West opened. In the past 10 years, it has transformed from simple posters and paintings to an elaborate theme and design. Some of the past themes have included Band of Brothers, Road to Glory, and Wildcat Power.
I think it's good team spirit. It builds morale. It's fun for everybody to remember. If you look at the individual posters, you'll see parents put pictures from when the boys started playing flag football all the way up until now. So it's kind of fun to just get to look at all their memories.
Parents have to follow specific rules from the school, like not having tape directly on the wall, and the hallway has to be completed before the first playoff game, but not too early to where it could jinx the team from making the playoffs. All of the parents' hard work does not go unnoticed. The football team is very appreciative of everything they do each year.
My favorite part is probably seeing all the individual posters and seeing all my friends when they're younger playing football.
It's a really cool tradition that they do every year, and walking through it all the time kind of just gets me pumped for Fridays and for the playoffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed your movie.
This has been Dallas Beanham and Madeline Augustine with the MWHS Wildcat News.
A Millard West student, unfortunately diagnosed with EDS, has kept a profoundly positive attitude and continues to live her life to the fullest. Bailey Christensen dives into the story.
My name is Anna Underwood, and I'm a junior here at Millard West.
After spending over a year with unbearable migraines and back pain, Anna had to travel as far as Cincinnati to find out she was going to be diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder that would cause her constant pain in her joints. In March of 2018, Anna was finally diagnosed with EDS. This requires her to take extreme amounts of medication to get through her day. Her daily routine from driving to going to school has been altered since her diagnosis.
EDS is a connective tissue disorder, so it affects my tissues and my organs and my skin, and basically it makes me have super stretchy skin and really flexible joints that cause me a lot of joint pain and problems with all my joints. Not a lot of doctors here in Omaha know anything about this. It's very rare and not well known in the medical community?
Well, I would say probably first and foremost, I've spent a lot of time at doctors' offices. I've spent a lot of time explaining to lots of doctors what has been happening and Anna's symptoms, and unfortunately a lot of the time I end up explaining to doctors actually what Ehlers-Danlos is, because most of them don't know.
I've done physical therapy and dry needling. I've done this thing called active release treatment, which is like stretching, kind of like a chiropractor but not quite. I've also been to a chiropractor, but that didn't seem to help very much. And I've done a lot of the STEM treatments, the electronic stuff. Only take 2 classes a day, and that's probably what I'm going to have to continue doing. I used to be a full-time dancer, like 15 hours a week, 7 dances a year. Like that was the big thing that I was a part of, and now I can't do that anymore. So I'm down to 1 dance. I'm still part of the team because that's something that's really important to me.
Well, it's super hard. As a parent, you always want to watch your kids do things that they love and do things that they excel at, and you want them to be able to accomplish all their dreams. And this last calendar year, I've had to watch Anna give up it feels like so many things that she wanted to do.
I think the biggest thing to remember, at least for me, is that this disorder isn't ruining my life, it's only taking me on a different path. This may not be the life that I had expected for myself, because there is no cure and I will have it for the rest of my life, but I can still be just as successful if I didn't have it.
This has been Bailey Christensen with the Millard West Wildcat News.
Playing college sports is something very few high school athletes can achieve, let alone going D1. Aaron Mitleider and Gabe Paredes report on 3 student athletes who have committed to doing just that.
Signing for a D1 school is a great accomplishment for any high school athlete. Here at Millard West, volleyball player JAIDEN CENTENO and football lineman DONELLE have gotten plenty of offers and recognition from D1 schools around the country.
I think around 9th grade was when it all started to speed up and start, and that's when club was really active, and so when schools started talking to me, that's when I realized that I could go D1.
Yeah, it was always a goal of mine to go playing college football at a high level, and I wanted to freshman year. I realized I could after my junior season when it started to really get the attention going.
Although it is a huge honor to get an offer from a D1 school, these prestigious athletes still have high expectations for their future teams and look into the schools hugely for academic opportunities as well as their athletic experience.
I definitely look for the girls and their relationship with each other, because that's super important with a team, and distance was really important for me because I don't think I could be far away from my parents, and just a feeling of home when I visited, that was a main part of it.
Well, I want there to be a lot of care in a football program. I want there to be good coaching. I want the students to care about it, and I also just want to go to a college that will give me a good education and get me ready for the future ahead.
To their teammates and coaches, these offers are not a surprise, as they have hindered their athletic ability for a long time.
Well, Jaiden was on my first volleyball team in 1st grade, and we've been pretty much best friends since then. She's been performing at a high level for a long time, and I know when she gets to Iowa State, she'll do really well. She does well in especially in high pressure situations, so I know she will do well, especially with her teammates, and I know she's excited to play.
Working with him with his work ethic in the weight room and everything, he's got definitely the work ethic to be a D1 athlete and the way he's progressed, so I was not surprised really at all.
I think she'll be great. She'll be very successful at the next level, and she'll go on to have a great career, I think, at Iowa State, and probably set some records along the way, I think.
Already signed to the competitive Power 5 school, Iowa State, Jaiden Centeno is thrilled to get on campus and take the next step in her volleyball career.
When I visited, the coaches were super interested in me. They showed that they cared a lot, and it just felt like home, and all the girls were great. They got along with me super well, and so I just felt like I wasn't far away from home. I was so relieved. It was probably like the best decision that I could make.
This has been Gabe Paredes and Aaron Mittleiter for the MWHS Wildcat News.
On episode 1 of Keeping Up with the Cats, Jasmine Hermosillo Padilla and Taylor Mason serve up a steamy slice of 1,000-degree pizza.
I'm Savannah. And I'm Addie. And you're watching Keeping Up with the Cats.
On this week's episode of Keeping Up with the Cats, we are going into the work life of Millard West students Addie Shallenberger and Savannah CLITES. 1,000 Degrees Pizza is located next to Hy-Vee on 180th and Q.
I worked here for about 3 months.
The most popular items on the menu are the pizza and the buffalo chicken pizza.
I like the crust, I really like the Roman, and for pizza I really like the buffalo chicken.
I just like to build my own. I like using the Roman crust, which is a thicker, ovular crust.
Most customers like the build your own pizza because they can choose what kind of sauce they want, cheese, and toppings.
It's a walking distance from West, so I'm able to just walk right over here after school.
Over 100 pizzas are made and sold each week.
On like Friday or Saturday nights around 6 to 7 there's usually a dinner rush, and there's like sometimes dinner rushes on weekdays too.
1,000 Degrees opened at the beginning of last school year and has been a successful business.
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with the Cats. Keep it 1,000.
This has been Jasmine Hermosillo
and Taylor Mason
reporting live from MWHS Wildcat News.
That's it for this week, Wildcats. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at MWHS Catalyst.
And for more stories, check out our website at millardwestcatalyst.com. See you around, Wildcats!